Howdy, everybody. What's going on? Hey, YouTube. All good? How's everybody's weekend going? Hopefully it's off to a great start. We plan on being off to a great start as well. We are gonna whatever. All right. Not everybody's off to a great start, apparently. We're off to a great start. We're having a pretty delightful weekend. Where is my gaming screen? That is not it. There it is. Anywho, hopefully, yeah. Other than Vince, hopefully everybody's having a great weekend. Um, doing all right so far. I did some board gaming earlier with friends. We played Rajas of the Ganges. Which is funny because it was actually suggested by a friend of mine who was going to play today, and then he decided not to show up. So the rest of us decided to play Rajas of the Ganges without him. We almost took a picture. We didn't think about it until after we cleaned up most of it. We're like, man, we should have took a picture and sent to him. Been like, thanks for the suggestion. I don't know. I've never played it. Never played it. New and like very new. Looks like a set collection game. Single use, recurring. Complete family set, same family, different sizes. Same size, different families. And the game is triggered when a player takes the last set token from the supply, or when the deck is empty after a player reveals dig site. Take all remaining set tokens from the box and add them to the supply. You're the first player to expand a set of particular type. You immediately take the supply the news token matching the set. Oh, you can steal the news tokens. Wonderful. And the icons and effects. It looks like a game with it's slightly card drafting and set collection. So you draft the cards, they do things. You try to get collections of families and alike anatomies to gain points later in the game, it looks like. I don't know. Did you want to try it? Seems like it's
There's
easy
a
enough to pick
very
up.
low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes. Very low percentage.
You like your dinos? I was gonna say there's another dinosaur game or two on here. I haven't played Dinogenics. I know that's on here. I have Dinosaur Island, which is basically Jurassic Park the game, but they couldn't call it Jurassic Park. But it's got a playful nature. kind of weird color scheme too, because there's a lot of pink in that color scheme. It's really annoying. All right. So I wonder if there is a helper guide for all the symbols, or if okay, it'll if you highlight it or come up. Your version might give you a helper guide because you're playing mobile. I think the ferns are the victory points, but I could be wrong. Yes, the ferns are the victory points. Ugh. All right. Herbivore size 1. Go here. We'll take that. I'm winning. All right, so I can't go where I originally placed a marker, so you have to go to a different marker. Okay. I'll take this. Yeah, so when you put stuff on display, that's doing the set collection. All right, I'm going to get this guy. Um, all right, so I had to pay 3 amber to display him. I'm assuming that's because he costs 3. All right, so also these news tokens are important too. So take this news tokens if you have the big set of flying fossils, carnivore fossils, herbivore fossils, marine fossils, mammal fossils, and then biggest set of size 1, size 2, size 3. Okay.
Everybody my age pees their pants. It's the coolest.
Really?
Yes, you ain't cool unless you pee your pants.
Oh, I'll take all my markers back. Okay. Yeah, we'll display a fossil. We'll gain amber. We'll display this fossil. Gain amber. All right, so yeah, for every marker you return back, you're either displaying a fossil, you gain amber, and of course, like I said, the cost display is based on the number of the animal. So you need to have that much amber to put the animal out there. All right. We'll take this one. Then we'll trigger Velociraptor. We'll actually put him out. Wait, I wonder if I could have put them all, because I think you could do same size, right? Yes, you could. God damn it, I'm an idiot. Um, mm, wow, basically one or the other. Um, there we go. All right. We'll trigger him. All right. Um. All right, we'll grab you. Get points. How many are you allowed in your study? Doesn't actually. I guess there's no like maximum size for your study. Okay, at least I'm not seeing one. Once during your turn, man, you put up 2 fossils on display by paying the cost of each one. You may choose this card as one of the cards you display. Um, all right, we're gonna try putting him here. A new Kickstarter. Very nice, Rolo. Which one is it? Yep, reclaiming all my markers. We just want a bunch of amber here. Right. I think I want this one. Um, take this one. Some bitch. All right. All right. I'm trying to see what I want to do here. Let's display a fossil. There we go. Mice and Mystics with Cats on. Is it made by the same company or no? Um, what do I want here? Trigger. Um, there we go. Reclaim. We reclaim. Um, all right. Mice and Mystics was published by Plaid Hat Games. I don't exactly remember who designed it. I'm gonna look it up. Jerry Hawthorne. Oh yeah, he also made Stuffed Fables, and yeah, that's what he's also known for, Stuffed Fables. But yeah, the rest of his games are kind of games that just people don't really think about or care about. What is the last turn? Holy shit. Oh, these ran out, that's why. Um thinking. Yeah. I mean, as long as the setup's pretty simple, yeah, portable's doable, right? I mean, as long as it doesn't eat up too much space. That game wasn't bad. It's a mix of engine building and set collecting. So like, the idea is you want to have stuff in your study to like, ramp up and get you stuff. But the problem is like you don't score the majority of your points until you put them out as sets. But the second you put them out as sets, they don't do the shit that you want them to do in your study. So it's like a little bit of give and take. And then it's weird too because there's also the cards that benefit your opponents when you pick them, but you might need them because they fill a need for your sets or whatever. I don't know. I'd have to play it again sometime. It was interesting. It's just like I like dinosaurs. But yeah, yeah, didn't hate it at all. Yeah, that's the big one's the save system. Like it's such a pain in the ass if the save system is very complicated. All right. Where are we up here? All right. Games to play. Collapse all sort by name. Here I am. I play that in the future. Maybe you. All right. Alrighty. So let's figure out what we're playing next. Um, I want to learn White Castle at some point. Because a lot of people talk about this game and how good it was, like when it came out, like last year, the year before. Um, what do we want to play? Um, looking. Ooh. Um, let's see. Mm, this is the thing about so many games. It's like, what am I in the mood for? Now Rolo's watching because Rolo's got a new he's got a new toy he's fiddling with. In the meantime, how lucky are you, buddy? All right, hold on. I gotta kill the spider that's on my desk right now. Where'd that spider go? Shit. Well, if I see him again, he's dead. Well, feel free to play lucky numbers with us, Rolo. It's pretty simple. Have you played this one, Rolo, at all? I don't. I'm. I would guess Vince hasn't played. Damn it. Well, feel free to join. I will. I will. It will take like 2 seconds to teach. Not much. It's not. It's not like a very big game or anything. So. All right, let's go. All right, so basically, four numbers just got randomly put diagonally on your board. So the idea of this game is to basically fill your entire board with numbers. Now, how this works is you need to fill um the numbers have to be in order, like from the lowest number has to be in the top left, and your biggest number has to be in the top right, and the numbers in the stack are from 1 to 20. With like I want to say 3. I want to say 3 of every number is in the stack altogether. Yeah, 3 of every number's in the stack altogether. So keep that in mind. So the idea is you want to try to get from the lowest, the lowest number on the top left to the highest number on the bottom right filled on your board. So when you take a number and you put it on the board, huh? Let me explain. So right now you got a 3, or Vince has a 3. So if he plays it where he could play it beside the 1 or below the 1, and it will fit, it will work correctly, because the 3 is lower than the 6 and the on either the above it or on the left of it. So that's the thing. The numbers have to always be, ascending from the top left to the bottom right. So with the 6, um, I cannot. I can put it here. Um, if you choose not to use the number, you can place it on the table to try to eventually maybe pick it up later. I do know you can replace numbers. So like right now, 10 is my highest here. Yeah, you can have the same. The same works as well. So as long as they're the same or ascending. I'm gonna go here with this one. So now with that 19, you can replace the 17. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so when you replace a number, it goes to the table for someone else to pick it up later. So that's one thing you have to worry about when you switch numbers out, is that they do become available for other people. If it's a number you can't play, it becomes available for other people later. Yeah. So I'm going to grab the 15. Yep. Mm. God damn it. Hmm. Give me the enemy I know. Go right here. All right. So If you can manage to have two numbers of the same number in a diagonal setting, kind of like these two sixes are, we're playing with the Bruno's variant. So if you ever trigger that, you get to do another turn. Um, shit. I'm not this lucky. Ah, not lucky at all. All right. That kind of sucks. Put you here. Okay. All right. Rillo gets another turn. Let's grab you. Hmm. Not what I wanted to do, but that had to happen. Oh no! Why'd you do that? That's why. That's why I wasn't replacing my 5. They didn't want to give Vince a 5. But I will take back my 10 though. One there, one there. It wouldn't let you put the 10 on your 11. Oh, because you have a 10 much higher than that where that 10 would be. You have that 10 here, so you can't put a 10 there. I think that's why. Maybe? Give me something good? Nah, it's not good. Oh. Yeah, let's replace my 5. There you go. I was gonna say it should have. Vince about to win. It's not what I want to see. Hey, all right. We got a draw. We got it. I will take the win. My luck reigns supreme. Yeah, yeah. Fun little game. Rolo's like rematch. You want that? You sure you want a rematch, Rolo? I want to make sure you meant to click that. Coffee's still hot. All right. Your funeral. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. put here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Poo poo. Okay, I think my luck ran out. Okay, we'll take that. Go here. Oh, give me some love. No time for love, Dr. Jones. Right. But yeah, Rolo, yeah, we had a game of in-house. We played Rajas of the Ganges earlier. And then we played Raxon, which is a cooperative game in the Dead of Winter universe. Fuck you, game. Kind of like this here. Okay. There we go. Good stuff. Could be better. Could be better. All right, I'm gonna try something. I feel dumb doing this, but this is what I'm gonna do. There we go. Rollo's trying. Rollo's close. Oh, look at that. Rollo's smart. Rollo's one away. Don't let him win, Vince. Not here. Fuck. Ah, no. No. Fuck you. Coffee did its job. That it did. That it did. Good games. Good games. Son of a bitch. All right. You never win in luck games? Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, that's how I feel every time I play like Quacks or anything like that. I just feel like I always get screwed. No matter what. No matter how safe I try to play it. It does not matter. Um anyways, what was I gonna wanna try? I had it in my head earlier. I see if I can remember which one it was. Yeah, I'm brain fogging pretty hard right now. Um, are you talking about the meaner Flip 7? No, I haven't even gotten the game yet. No, I've not tried it. I'm trying to find. Just had it in my head. What did I want to play? Which one was it? Which one? Actually, I think I wanted to try Tally Up the other day, and they're like nobody was joining the game. Nobody. So I was like, I guess we could try it. I did want to at least try it, so. All right. Yeah, we'll give it a try. I'm looking forward to some Gloomhaven though tomorrow. Yay, Gloomhaven. All right. So, how do we play this game? I got to remember the rules again. All right. So, each dice has its own mix of stuff. Before each main roll up die roll, every player secretly chooses to stay in or try to gain more points or go out and bank points. Once you're out for the rest of the game. Points from all rolls are added up. These points are called the running total. Starts at 0 beginning of each round. After each roll, points are added to the running total. When a player chooses to go out, they bank points. Okay, yeah, so banking points, sure. Active player chooses 3 tally dice to roll. These dice cannot be swapped out for other tally dice during the round. Roll your chosen dice. Choose 3 dice, 2 stars on one roll, and bust. Circle means bonus die is rolled. Bonus is either extra force die or extra point. Oh, we'll give it a try. Stay in. Staying in. Staying in. Let's go. Hmm. All right, route. Oof. Oh. Ah, man. All right. That dice and that dice. Staying. Fuck. Shit. I gotta stay in. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Stay in. Boo. All right. God damn it. Stay in. Why does it gotta keep showing me that? There we go. We're out. Probability, son. Probability. So like if you try to go all the lesser die, the thing of it is you trigger bonus die more often, which could just bust your ass. If you go the high roll die, you could just be you trigger less bonus die, but you're more than likely to bust just straight up. How ya stay in? Doing all right? Doing all right? Staying in. We'll stay in. Yeah, I didn't trust the dice. Ah. Straight up bust. Vince, you're awful at these type of games. Just fuck. Pack it up. Go home. All right. Flop girl, what's up? What's up? Stay in, baby. Stay in. Let's go. Yeah. Oh. I never play nice. What are you talking about? But yeah, we're doing all right. How's your week been? No, not necessarily. Not today. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. But not today. Ooh, we're almost there. We're almost there. All right. Stay. Go out. Game. Yeah. No, I like this one. This is fun. I like this game. Not because I won. I like the feel of it. Yeah. Yeah, my week was actually kind of long. Oh, no, it could have been worse. No, my weeks are gonna get worse because I got a lot of vacation to deal with from other people coming up. Next week I know I won't be streaming midweek because my girlfriend's having surgery, so I gotta kind of help her out a little bit, and I won't be near my computer. Um so there's that, and then several week and then for the next couple to several weeks after next week, I got a lot of people taking vacation time off work, and I gotta cover time and cover certain Fridays. So I'll be working 6 days here and there, and then I'll be also behind the gun because again, people taking off means more work for me throughout the week. So hey, I mean, you didn't want to press your luck. That's fine. You know what happens when you don't press your luck? You don't win. But anyways, I don't know. See, I don't know what it is about push your luck games. I just really enjoy it. It's I don't know. This is probably why I don't gamble. To be fair, that's probably why I don't gamble. I wouldn't know when to stop. All right, you enjoy your lovely Kickstarter there, Rolo. I appreciate you playing a few games with us. Oh, there's nothing wrong with Can't Stop. I enjoy Can't Stop. I need to make this a favorite. All right, all right. So I wanted to. How did you feel about? What? What? Oh, come on. I wonder if something came up, or like if like the script was like the scripting for the game was broke as shit or just didn't work. I was actually thinking about wanting to see if you wanted to play this, Vince, because my buddy wanted to learn it and have me play it like turn based. So it's basically they took Pandemic. I don't know if you ever played Pandemic, but they took Pandemic and made basically applied the Lord of the Rings skin on Pandemic, and I mean it's not the exact same game. There's like they tweaked a few different things, but it's the same designer, and apparently a lot of people are saying this game is awesome, but unfortunately, I guess it don't work. Fuck. I was actually kind of wanting to play it. God damn it. All right. Granted, the only problem with that is I don't know how good it would be on mobile. That's the only issue with that game, anyways. All right, so not doing that one. Do you think we could work cooperatively, Vince? Do you think we could? Oh, could play the actual Pandemic. Have you actually played this game before? Luck 4. I mean, it is a little there's a little luck involved because you never know what's gonna happen. Anyways, did you want to try playing a cooperative game, or would you rather try to try to fight me in fisticuffs with whatever other game there is? All right, so we'll pick roles. We'll not. Oh, random's fine. Random's fine. All right, so turn based and Vince. I want to see what it looks like here. It's been a while since I played this implementation. I know how to play Pandemic. I just haven't really played it much on Board Game Arena. All right, so you got a hand of cards. So your cards will just be basically color coded based on the type of disease. And then all the cards will have a city listed, and basically you'll have actions on your turn. So we're both in the same area right now. You're the operations expert. I'm the researcher. So how this game's played is, so you're gonna perform up to 4 actions on your given turn, and you can do the same action more than once as long as you can, but you're gonna move. You can move to an adjacent city. You can discard a city card that's in your hand to move to a city that is named on the card, so you can just go directly to that city. You can take a charter flight by discarding a city card with the name of the city you are in to move to any city. So if you're in Washington and you discard a Washington card, you can go anywhere on the map. Shuttle flight, you can move from a city with a research station to any other city with a research station. And speaking of those research stations, you can spend an action to build one by discarding a city card with the name of the city you are in to build a station. So if you're in Washington and discard a Washington, you can decide to build a research station there instead. You can treat disease in the place you're in. So you can spend an action to remove 1 disease cube from a city you're in. If we somehow cure the disease while we're playing, you remove all the cubes of that color, and each city can hold up to 3 cubes. And I will explain the problem with cities accruing cubes here in a moment. If the last cube of a cured disease is removed from the board, the disease is eradicated. And those eradicated diseases get ignored if the infection cards are drawn. That's very rare. Very rare if we see that. Share knowledge. We can either give the city card that matches the city you're in to another player, or take the city card that matches the city you're in from another player. So if we're together in the city, we can trade those cards. The other player must also be in the city with you. Yep. Both players must agree to do this. If the player who gets the card now has more than 7 cards is the hand limit. Player must immediately discard a card or play an event card. There are event cards that show up in the game. You can play them at any time. They will help us. All event cards basically help us manage the game. You can discover a cure. So if your hand ends up having 5 city cards of the same color, you could discard all 5 of those city cards to cure the disease of that color. And a cure token will show up at the bottom of the board to represent that we have a cure. You must be at the city with a research station to discard the 5 city cards. So you can't just discard them. You have to be at a research station. If no cubes of that color are on the board, the disease is eradicated at that time. Your diseases still need to be treated, but during the treat disease action, we get to remove all the cubes from a spot, as mentioned earlier. So after you perform your actions, you'll draw 2 cards into your hand. You'll discard if you have more than 7 cards. If the city pile runs out, so if the deck runs out, that's a loss condition. We lose the game. So keep that in mind. It's a timer. Now, if you go to draw and you draw an epidemic card, what happens is the infection rate indicator is increased by 1. So this thing, the infection rate indicator, right now it's at 2. It goes up to 4. Nasty. The bottom card of the infection deck gets drawn, and the city is infected with 3 disease cubes of its color. So an outbreak just happens. The card's placed in the infection discard pile. If the city already has 3 cubes on it, an outbreak occurs. Maybe. The infection discard pile is shuffled and then placed on top of the infection draw pile once this happens. A replacement card is not drawn after the epidemic card resolves. So if it ends up being one of your draws at the end of turn, that kind of sucks. But basically, when you do infect, you draw cards from the top of the infection deck based on the infection rate. So right now it's at 2. And then disease cube is placed on that city. If the city already has 3 disease cubes, an outbreak occurs. So an outbreak is basically when you put a disease cube on a place that already has 3 cubes, which is why I said 3 cubes is important that to deal with some with 3 cubes. If it already has 3 cubes, an outbreak occurs, you have to put a cube on every adjacent city from that location. So yeah, the disease spreads. Like I said, it's an outbreak. And then the outbreak thing happens here. So we can only have 8 outbreaks happen throughout the game. If an 8th one happens, we lose automatically. So that's kind of the gist of the game, really. I don't think there's anything else to go over. So if there's anything we want to do, we could do it. Right now, it looks like the black disease is really bad. There's a little, the red disease is a little rough. I'm half tempted to take a beeline flight to Karachi to start dealing with this disease a little bit. I think that's what I'm gonna try to do. I also, if you haven't seen already, we each have our unique. We have a unique role. So as a researcher, I can give any one of my city cards when I share knowledge. It doesn't have to match the city. A player who shares knowledge with the researcher on their turn can take any one of my city cards. So basically, instead of us being in the same city, because I'm the researcher, we could just swap cards. Doesn't matter where I'm at. So that's kind of nice with the researcher. You being the operations expert, you do not have to play the card matching the city to, when performing a research station build. And once per turn is in action, the operations expert moves from a research station to any city by discarding any city card. So you get to make good use of your research stations. You can cheat a little bit with those. So that is your role. All right, I think I'm gonna beeline to Karachi. Is there? You don't really have any black cards either. Would you like? How do you feel about trying to get 5 yellow? How do you feel about that? Because right now I can give you 2 of the yellow. Because I got 2 yellow cards in my hand. You already got 2. You would just need 1 more yellow and you can get a cure for the yellow. You want? Okay. So I'll give you those. All right, so that's 2 of my actions. I'm going to go straight to Karachi and play that. And then I will go ahead and go to Baghdad. All right, so I'm going to draw cards. That's 4 actions. So like I said, I drew cards. The infection rate, the 2 cards got revealed. Cubes got put on spots. Now it's your turn. Yeah, whatever you think you could do to be helpful. If I were you, I would go to Hong Kong and start working on the red disease up there. Because if Shanghai gets drawn after a epidemic card, we're in trouble. Ooh, 2 research stations. That ain't bad. Okay, that ain't the worst thing. We'll try that. All right. Ooh, and you got more than 5 yellow. That works. Very nice. Very nice. Um. All right. So we'll treat here. Treat here. Go here. And treat here. Just to keep things on the level. All right. I'm gonna draw. All right. So we got a cure for yellow. So now if you go to eliminate yellow cubes, you'll just kill all the yellow. On a spot when you go to remove cubes. So it won't be one at a time, it'll be all of them. All right, Bangkok went nuts. Oh, shit. All right. All right, what's in here? Sydney and Chicago? Okay. So at least Sydney will not go nuts, but there's a chance Bangkok and Shanghai will get fucking crazy. So I'm going to go straight to Hong Kong. I'm going to go to Shanghai right here. All right. All right. I got 5 blue cards, so I can get a blue cure at least. I could build a research station in Manila and then research a cure for blue. Yeah, I kind of figured I was hoping you would go to Bangkok. All right, so I will move, build research station in Manila, and then cured blue. All right, we're drawing. All right, so I got 2 events. So we can add a research station to any city, and we can move any one pawn to any city. But we can play these at any time. We don't have to play them now. Is there a you know what? Is there a place you would think we need a research station? Let's at least do that. What do you think? Well, we already got 5 of them because I think there's 6 max in the game. There's only 1 left. So, would you think probably maybe putting one in Pagoda, maybe? Yeah, I think we should put one in Pagoda. Yeah. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. And then, um, I'm gonna wait to play the other event. But yeah, we win the game by curing all 4 diseases. That's how we win. Yeah, we don't have to eradicate the disease. We just have to cure all 4. So, like, we're halfway to winning already. So, kind of worked out pretty nicely. All right. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to use the airlift to go to Tehran because the Tehran card has not been drawn yet. Oh no, it has been drawn. Okay, never mind. Okay, so maybe not as necessary yet, but we're bound to draw another epidemic card real soon. So I'm gonna go to Sydney instead. Great. Do that. Um, you're getting a lot of blue cards. All right. So here's the thing. One of us should probably go to Tehran and clean that up a little bit. The problem is I don't want you spending your black card to do it because we need black cards. I think I'm happy using the airlift here. As long as you're okay with it. I think the airlift's good here. All right. Oh. Yeah, me. Um. All right. Sweet. Little treat. Treat. All right. Got some cards. Shit. 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 Indy Bob. All right. All right. Well, at least we have the yellow cure. I'm gonna head over that way. Don't worry, Indy Bob. I will look up the tutorial for Stupor Mundi after my stream. All right, all right. Let me think about that. Let me think about that. If you got time to teach and play, I'm down with that too. We can do a different game. A different game of it, I mean. Um just depends how long. Johannesburg just recently. Oh, I'm just trying to decide what the best course of action is. All right, little tree here. Kind of need to get to London at some point. Mm, go here. So we have another event, so we can forecast. So I could draw, look at, and rearrange the top 6 cards of the infection deck and put them back on top. I think we should do that after the next epidemic happens, because that'll reset the deck again and add all the discards back to the top. So I would think that might be better to do after that happens. So I'm just gonna wait. I'll wait for that. Ah, oh man, Vince, we need the black cards, man. We don't need blue cards. We need black cards, black and red. Yeah, the blue cards, the blues already cured, so we don't need blue. All right. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. All right. I wish there was an easier way to get to London, but there isn't. So we're just gonna go here. Yeah. Go here and hiya. No event. Let's draw. Yep, here we go. Shit. All right, so this is where I'm going to play the event and rearrange the deck. All right, top will be drawn first. We do not want London. London will be at the bottom. Chicago, I don't care about. Lima. Like everything else is pretty much whatever. Yeah, I think we're good on every other place. Forecast done. All right, that'll give us at least another turn to get to London. Hopefully. Are you able to hurry up and get to Yeah, I was kind of hoping you would travel to Essen to get London, since I set up London to be like the last card in that in the 6, unfortunately. All right. Right, but I knew London was going to trigger an outbreak. That's why I was kind of hoping you would go there first to deal with it. That way, now there's a lot more cubes. Um All right, so I'm trying to think whether. All right, probably should go back to Lima and at least hit that. Yeah, I think that's the plan. There we go. Um, Milan. All right. Uh, we're gonna play this event so that infect step doesn't happen again here, which should give you time to go to London, Milan, and all them. So there we go. No infection. It's your turn. Oh man. Oh. All right. What what's better here? You're there. Go to Atlanta. I just wish our hands were better. That's actually what the problem is. Our hands kind of suck. Um, like Milan's already been. Milan hasn't been triggered, so I feel like I need to get there before that outbreak triggers. But it. I mean, if it does trigger, it does trigger. It's not the worst thing, I guess. Duran's already been. Got 2 epidemics left. We just need to draw better cards. Let's go to Atlanta. Treat there. Um, go to. Should probably get closer to you. Go, go there. And then we'll go to Turan. Yeah, it's kind of what I figured. Wonderful. All right. You are gonna want to get closer to me so we could trade cards. Oh dear lord. Um. Shit. All right. So, how do we do this? Treat. All right. I'm gonna need you to come to me. I'm an instable. I'm gonna need you to come to me. Yeah. Discard the yellow card. So yeah. Make your way to me. We can make your way to me. We can exchange cards. Oh, I didn't want you spending the Shanghai card. We're trying not to spend the red and black cards. We're trying to use them to cure so we can win the game. Right now, I just need one black card from you. And all right, so you should be able to give me a black card, right? If I read researcher correctly. Ah, okay, you can only take, you can't. I can give. All right, take my red cards. Take my red cards. And then just throw away, yeah, yellow or blue cards because we don't. Yeah, we're trying to abuse the researcher here. And we're almost running out of turns, so this is also why we're doing this. Yeah, the deck's down to 8 cards. Once that's out, we lose. So yeah, that's fine. I'll get you the other red one here in a moment. I'm looking right now. All right, all right, all right, all right. So I'm going to give you Osaka. So on your turn, you can research red at a station. All you got to do is go to a research station and do red. Um, all right. So, all right. So this is what has to happen. And follow my instructions closely in order to win this game. I'm going to move to Baghdad. I'll end my turn on Baghdad. On your turn, you have to move to Baghdad. Give me Baghdad card. And then go to research station and then make red cure. Those are the next 4 actions you have to take. And then on my next turn, I can then have the 5 black cards to go to research station. And that's given if no other outbreaks go nuts. We don't really have the means to just go clean up. We don't have enough turns. I think that's the only way. No. We can exchange if we're in the same city of the card that we're exchanging. So you have the Baghdad card. If we're both in Baghdad, you should be able to give it to me. Yeah, you can give the city card that matches the city you are in to another player. Yeah. So once you're in Baghdad on your turn, you can give me the Baghdad card because I will be in Baghdad. All right, so I am. Okay. Go there. I guess we'll treat. Shoo! All right. So now on your turn. Thank you. Go to the station and then cure red. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. We had to try. The deck was running low. But yeah, for not communicating on Discord, that's actually not. It actually wasn't that bad. Yeah, could have been way worse. Not communicating on Discord. So, but we tried. We tried. But yeah, that's pandemic. Almost got there. Almost got there. The Donk loves him some pandemic. Have you tried the new reskin Fate of the Fellowship game that came out with the pandemic? Basically the Lord of the Rings Pandemic that came out last year. Have you tried that yet? Yeah, I heard they spruce the game up a few and do a few different things. Plays a little differently than Pandemic, but it is the Pandemic style of how the game plays. So yeah, we were gonna actually check it out on here, but apparently they took the game, like they made it to where no one can play the game because I guess the game's broken, it don't work. So I guess it's unavailable right now. But yeah, we're down for some Gloomhaven for tomorrow's stream, buddy. Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven indeed. All right, I'm gonna get some more to drink. I'll be right back, guys. Back.
Finish him!
The other guy, you mean Rolo? Rolo's lurking. He says he's good. The other guy. That other guy. That Rolo guy. All right. All right, let's.
What?
Let's see what we want to do here. I know Indie Bob said something about teaching Stupor Mundi on Discord, or was willing to give a teach on Discord. But I don't know how long you got, Vince. Nah. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Go ahead without you. Yeah, the game might take a bit. I didn't want to get his name wrong. You're one of those people. You're like, yeah, whoever. Yeah, I don't know their name. I can't remember. That's great. All right. Indy Bob, you still there? Indy Bob. Yeah, I don't know. If he eventually answers, I'll let you know if you leave the chat. I have to say, Zidane, I'm actually very surprised you play other board games outside of Gloomhaven. Ah, okay. So basically, what you're saying is, I was a board gamer, and then Gloomhaven came out. And then there was no need for other board games in my life. I said, away with ye. And only Gloomhaven is now my life. My life is nothing without Gloomhaven. It's okay. I kind of feel that way sometimes because it's like there's so many different games I want to get played. And it's just Gloomhaven interferes with that because I'm always playing Gloomhaven instead of getting other games played or played more often. Not that I'm complaining. I'm just stating facts. Stating facts, baby. It's kind of when people say, I had a life before you got to know me. That sort of thing. All right. Indy Bob might be busy or away from the computer. Is there anybody else in the chat that wants to play some games? Play some awesome games. Figure I would call and ask the masses before I figure out what to do next. Be so kind. Yeah, I kind of figured it's around that time for you. That's why it's kind of why I didn't want to start Stupor Monday with you involved. If Indy Bob wanted to actually teach that, because like I'm looking at the game like right now, and it's like because we got a game. He asked me to play or learn the game, and like there's a lot going on in this game. Like this looks like a lot. So eventually, I'm gonna learn the game. I'm probably gonna take time to learn it off stream here. Yeah, I think Bob's gone off to do our thing. So, um, have we played? Yes, I know. I need to sit down with Watergate. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Watergate's less than 45 minutes, even on a teach or even without the teach. I don't think it's less than 45 minutes. So, um, yeah, I need to read up on it though. I've been reading up on like several different board games, honestly. Hate to say it, guys, but my in person groups are a more of a priority than my online groups. Somebody's gotta basically eat shit, I suppose. There's no other way to explain it. Um, have you did did I teach you Lost Cities? Have you played this game? The two-player game. This is actually one of my favorite two-player games. Just yeah, 3 rounds. I'll teach you the game. I need to get a replacement physical copy of this. I had to leave this with an ex. My ex actually enjoyed this game, and I actually left it as collateral to get away from her. Wow, this must be reprint. Okay, I'm not used to seeing this art. Wow. Okay, getting over the art. So basically, in this game, you got there's cards all 5 different colors. And the cards are numbered 2 through 10. Um, one card of each, 2 through 10, 5 colors. There are also 3 investment cards. You'll see I'll it's this card, the ×2. That's an investment card. So there's 3 of those in each color. All right. So the idea of this game is you want to lay out and play cards in colors in ascending order. So once you play a 3, you can't play a 2. You gotta keep playing a higher card. And then basically the idea is to have a bigger score than mine at the end of the game. But here's the catch. When you start a row with cards, so like say I put a green 2 down, and then I put a green 5 down. Well, let's just say that's all I did. A green 2 and a green 5. When you start putting cards down in a row, you are immediately docked 20 points. Because that is part of the investment of starting a row of or a column of cards, is that you pay 20 points. The idea is you want to keep putting cards down that row to not only pay back the 20 points, but to then profit more points than the 20 you put in. The multiplier cards which is why there's 3 for each color, help you basically either go further, you take more points loss if you invest early, because you have to play the multiplier cards before you start playing regular numbers. So once you play a 3, like say a green 2, you cannot play a times 2. So therefore, if you see multiplier cards and you want to start banking on points in a row, you want to play the multiplayer cards first. So here's the other deal. You either have to play a card in your expedition or you discard a card from your hand on the board. So the board is here in the middle, and then like I said, you'll play underneath as part of your expeditions. When you go to draw a card, because you have to draw at the end of every round, you can either draw from the deck, or if you could draw the top card from any of the 5 discard piles that get put in the middle. So if I end up discarding something that you may want, you may draw that. If you want to prolong the game or the round because you are trying to build up something, because this ends the round. If this deck runs out, the round ends. So if you don't want to draw from the deck, you can draw from the middle to keep prolonging, to keep playing cards that you need. So yeah, basically that's kind of the game. You kind of want to get as much points as you can, but you don't want to just be careful what you invest in and what you play, because you might not see the cards that you need. And your opponent, being me, might actually hold back. Once I start seeing you playing cards, I might not let you get certain cards because I don't want you to have them. So it's kind of a little bit of an interesting tug and war of investment and, getting points. So it's a fun little exercise. I enjoy this game a great deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and just immediately invest on red. So I like that they did this. So because I immediately put this investment in, instead of -20 like it would be normally, now it's -40 because of the multiplier. So the multipliers can really make it bad for you unless you actually have the cards. Yeah, I have to get used to this new art. This is new to me. This art is completely new. I've not seen this art before. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, we were calling out to you, Indy Bob. We were like, Indy Bob, where you at? This is Lost Cities. Have you played Lost Cities? I'm sure you have. Yeah, I've never seen this art. This has got to be like new reprint art. I've never seen this art. Wow, Vince is really going hog wild with the investments. I wouldn't. Yeah. I hope you get the cards you need, buddy. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. All right. Hopefully this works out. That's weird. A little baffled by that play. All right. Now what do I know? All right. Okay. This is gonna get interesting. If he ends up having the rest of the high green cards, it's not the worst thing because I did even out. I'll live with it. Going for broke. God damn it, he did. All right, I gotta think about this. What's smart? Oh yeah. The other thing is if you, and it happens rarely. I tend to forget to mention this rule because it happens so rarely. If you happen to get 8 cards in one column, you get a bonus 20 points. So you actually get paid back on the initial like upfront investment. Um Grab you. That's what we're talking about. All right. All right. So after one round, I'm at 46. You're at 14. Round two. Okay. I misclicked. Damn it. I did not mean to do that. I wanted to put that here. Shit. This might go bad for me. All right. This is obvious. My next play. Hmm. Come on, deck. Love me. All right. Go nuts. Nuts. All right. All right. All right. Well, thanks for showing me that. I'll do this. Um. All right. All right. This is fun. All right. Do. All right. All right. All right. I think we pretty much evened out more or less on that round. We were more or less even. Is yeah. Still only ahead of you by only 44. I mean, I did slightly better than you, but not by much. But yeah, it could swing either way here. What is this hand? All right. Um, all right. Hopefully, we get what we need here. Yeah, his hand must not be that great either. Yeah, our hands are a bit just meh. Shit. I gotta play something. I don't like that. Not like a lot of what I've had. Wow, I gave Vince a free blue 6 and he didn't even pick it up. Just played the 7 anyways. Wow. Mm-hmm. A little bit better. A little better. Oh, that helps. Mm, 20 point bonus. I love it. And that's the game. Had a real good run with the green. Oh, man. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite 2-player games. I love the tension. It's just like, you just not 100% sure what you want to bank on. And then it's like, you gotta kind of sense how your opponent plays and what they're willing to do, how they're risky if they're conservative. Well, you got stuff to do. Okay, well, you go do your stuff. See you later. Got stuff to do. Okay. Anyways, in the Bob, in the Bob, what's going on in the Bob? You hanging out? Still there? What's up? Do you have time to teach and play a game of Stupor Mundi, or would you prefer I just get through a tutorial at my own leisure? Actually, how long's a game of it go? Because I just realized what time it was. I don't know. I wasn't intending on playing all morning because I started so late. All right, all right. We can do a Stupor. We'll just call this section of the game or this section of the stream a Stupor Monday teach. It's fine. Let me get my headset going. I'll meet you in the Discord.
Easy. If you can't beat the clown, how you gonna beat Shooter McGavin?
Yep. All right. What else do I got set up? Yeah, hold on. I forgot how I gotta do this. Sorry. I'm an idiot. All right, now you're able to get in the channel. There you go.
Hello.
Hello.
Right. Yeah. Do you want to start off a game of Stupor Mundi then and invite me?
I will, sir. Sorry about that. I did not want you in the yeah, this is more for so we don't have random people who haven't seen me in 3 years jump into the channel and be like, "Hi, what you doing?" Even
Right.
though
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. All right, so let's Bob. The man wants the turns to start going in the game so badly, he is willing to come on my stream and give me a no, it's all good. Yeah, I had to read up on a few other games this week, and then yeah, I was like, Stupor Monday, I got 5 days. I'll get to it.
Yeah. I didn't realize. I thought you might be out of time, but yeah. No, I just thought I'd do it because obviously you're having problems, you guys. So
Yeah, it's just I knew everyone I invited hadn't played it before or even heard of it, so it's just like, but I knew they would be willing to learn it or at least play through it and figure it out one way or the other. So I did not get people who were just like, fuck it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those games. It's not for everyone,
Eh,
but if you like it, you'll like it. You know.
right, right. And that's what I sensed as well when I was looking at it. I'm like, okay, well, it's like, I know who to invite for this.
Fair enough.
All right, so let me just volume for you. Go. And we'll go to game. All right.
Right. So at the top of the screen, if I screen share, I can show you what I'm looking at here.
All right, right. Let me,
How do I screen share? Share your screen.
yeah, it's
The screen, that one. There you go. So if I put that on F11, this on F11.
yeah. Hold on.
Right. Yep. Can you see it now?
Yep, I can see it and trying to.
Right.
There we go.
So you're supposed to be like a vassal of Frederick II, or whatever his name is, the Holy Roman Emperor, who's called Stupor Mundi, which means the wonder of the world. And this over here on the right is his like castle and his holdings. Yeah.
Yep.
So this the state of his castle
Yeah, it
as it
looks like.
gets
Yeah, it looks pretty
built
beat
up.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll grow and it'll go into it'll shrink over time depending on what players do to it. But I think that's supposed to be like different wars destroying it, whatever. This is his treasury here. So at the moment he's got 6 money.
All right.
And these are the resources he's got. He's got 1 stone and 1 grain. And he has 2 allies. As you can see, the space there for up to 5 allies. Right. And how we influence his court is by doing edicts. And these top 3 things here, if we do one of those, we get the benefit underneath. So you get 3 money, a resource of your choice, or 1 money in a VP.
All right.
And each one has a load of icons on it. So with this one, you can add or subtract 2 grain. And since we can not subtract 2 grain, we can only add 2 grain there. If there's 2 of a thing, you've got to do the same thing. You can't go up 1 and then down 1. And with his money, we can either lower it or make it higher. And similarly here, he's got, we can add, take away 2 money, or move his money counter up 2 or down 2. And this here, we can either add or take away these various different components from his castle. If we can't add or take away, if you can't add whatever it is, you must take it away. If you can't take it away, you must add it. Right. And this final symbol here is to do with his specialist, which brings us onto the specialist board here. And you notice that he's got a specialist there.
Okay.
Yeah, in that position. And we've both got 3 specialists here on the starting line, so to speak.
Okay.
And with that symbol on the edicts, we can move his specialists backwards and forwards.
Okay.
But our specialists will move from left to right, and wherever they are, they'll give us bonuses, which we'll lose once we move on. So if we go here, for example, when we buy new cards, we get a discount of 2 money.
Right.
With that one, every time we build a new wall in our castle, this being our castle here at the top, this is my player board here. That's a castle I'm building. We'd get a grain. With this one here, normally that basically gives us free travel, because at the start of your turn, you decide where you want to move on this board. Here,
right.
You see you've got a ship at the top, and you'll move around to different locations, and the cost is 0 for the first one, 1 for the second, 2 for the third, 3 for the fourth.
Right.
But if you have a specialist here, you don't pay that.
Gotcha.
Suddenly you've got You get 4 money for building a tower there on your castle. This means you can do 1 extra trade when you do the trade action, and this is one of the things that the different locations decide for us, is that we can only trade in the port where our ship is. So at the moment, for example, we could sell 1 grain for 4 money and buy 1 stone for 1 money.
All
Yep.
right.
Whereas if we were here, we could sell 2 grain for 8 money and buy 2 stone for 5 money.
Gotcha.
Yep. And what that allows you to do is to do 1 extra trade. So you could, let's say, do another sale of 2 grain if you wanted for 8 money if you were there.
Okay.
Yep. This here gets you 2 money when you build anything.
Okay.
And you'll notice that here there's like a blank space. So when you go from there to there, you go straight to the end here. And when you get to the end, oh, there's only 1 because there's only 2 players. Yeah. There's on here. There's a pile of immediate benefits, but there's always 1 less than there are the number of players. So normally you'd have, like, in a 4-player game, you'll have a pile of 3 that you can look through and choose one.
Okay.
But for example, there now, because there's only 2 of us, there's only 1 in each of these piles. So this here would allow me to build a keep, which is the central part of our
Gotcha.
castle. That would allow us to recruit an ally, which is wherever we are on the board. We've got these allies. These Grim Reaper things are because we've got fewer than 4 players, and they're like
Yeah.
just
dummy tile.
placeholders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That gives you 3 resources of your choice and 6 money. But elsewhere, you've got 2 more stages, which are things like every time you do trade, you get 3 money. Every time you build a keep, you get 4 VPs. Every time, normally when you go to recruit allies, they'll cost you money. They'll cost you grain. So the one on the right costs you 2, and the one on the left will cost you 3 grain, and that gives you a discount of 1 grain.
Right.
On those purchases. That gives you 3 VPs every time you do an edict. That gives you 3 VPs when you build a wall or a tower, as it says when you hover over it. And you get 2 VPs and a resource of your choice when you build anything with that one. The only other thing to mention about these things here is that some moving from 1 spot to another can sometimes cost you grain. So you've got that grain of cost of 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. To even get onto this middle track, the fast track, if you like, it'll cost you 2 grain to get on there.
Gotcha. What's workplace
plus,
edict token? What is?
Right, I was just going to say that the first person to get to either of these 2 spots can do an edict.
All right.
Yeah, and then it's gone.
Gotcha.
Right, so the first part of your turn is to decide where you want to move. Yep, from where you are. The only spot you can't do is move back to where you. Oh, actually, you can stay where you are for nothing. You can move 1 space for no money. That costs you 1 money, 2 money, 3 money. And they decide the available cards that you can buy, the trades that you can do, and the allies you can recruit.
Right.
Where the port that you're in. So after you decided where you're going to move, you're going to play one of your cards. Yep.
All right.
And you're either going to play it face up and do the action on the card. And you see you've got 5 action slots here, or 5 card slots.
Sure.
At the top. There's 1 blocked off, which you can unblock by building that keep there. You see it's got the little symbol on it.
Right.
If you play it face up, you do the action on the card. So that gives you 3 money. That draws you 4 more cards from your draw pile. It's a deck builder, so you've got your own private deck.
Right. Yep. You'll get the rewards. Yep.
Yeah, that gets you 1 grain. And I think these 2 here are my faction specific ones, which are
Yeah.
that I can get 1 money for each of these that
Look.
Frederick has. So at the moment it'll be worth 2 money to me.
Yeah, it looks
And
like
this
faction specific is different for everybody. It's asymmetric. All right.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. So this one here means that I can build when I do buildings, normally there's a cost here. You see 2 stone and 1 grain,
Right.
3 stone, 4 stone, 3 stone and 1 grain. But with that card, I can build using grain and stone interchangeably.
Right.
Yep. So if I place it face down though, I get to choose one of the actions at the corner of the card. So if I place a card here, I can do either the trade action or the
Or
build action.
okay.
If I place here, I can do the promote specialist or the
Right.
trade action. If I do there, just promote specialist. Here, I can buy an action card or recruit an ally. Here, I can build a structure or recruit an ally. There, it's trade or do
All right.
build something. Yeah. So to build something, you need the resources on the spot where you're going to build.
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment, I don't have enough. Often a good first move is to buy an action card. What color are you? Oh, you're red. So your specialist card is actually very powerful in that you can buy an action card with it, and you get 2 money, I think. Uh,
Uh,
so that means that you're the only player who can, at the start of the game, can buy 2 action cards in a turn. Yep. And when you buy an action card, you trigger its effect instantly, and it goes into your hand, and you can play it later that round if you want to.
mm.
Yep, each round lasts until we all fill up our action slots on
Yeah. So
our playboard. So,
basically, you're left with for the most part only 2 chances at any given basic action.
yeah, but when you like that gives me an extra build, for example, that one there.
Right. 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 Right.
So in your turn, I don't know. Look at these. What's that there? That's more of a late game card, I think. Gain 1 grain for each ally that you have because you have to recruit the allies to get those grains, but it's still very powerful. That's quite a good one as well. That you get stone and promote one of your specialists. What's that one? 3 money and promote a specialist. You can buy stone for 2 money. That's very powerful. If you have 3 stone, you can get 8 money. I think it's if you have 3 stone. Let's just check. Yep. And right, so when you go to buy a card, the cost is shown in the corner here. So that cost of that one is 2 money.
Right.
Yep. But some of them have that icon in the top left-hand corner there, which means that you burn a card from your hand and it goes back in the game box and is never seen again.
Right.
Yep. So it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
Because
Right. I've played a million deck builders. Yeah, that's not a
yeah,
bad
yeah.
thing.
Right. So when you build stuff, well, I'll tell you, let's go from left to right on these. I think I've already covered the promote specialist
Yeah.
fairly well. Yeah. Trade actions, like I said, they are based on where you are on this board,
Right.
and you can do 1 sale, do 1 purchase
Yep.
normally. Build action. So to do the build action, you need the resources, or in my case, I can just have any old resources. You will select an item from here and place it onto your castle. It must be connected to something that's already there, apart from the keeps, which you can just build in the middle. Yep. So, for example, if I want to build a tower at the moment, I could build it there or there. If I wanted to build a wall, I could build it there or there.
Right.
The cost is shown there. And when you complete a wall, along here. That's 2 towers and the wall itself. You get the benefit shown on the outside, and you'll get that every round. You'll get it immediately and every round. So it's 1 VP there, 1 grain, 3 money,
All right.
1 stone, and a free trade, providing you have the money, of course, or the resources. And when you build the keeps as well, you unlock various bonuses. So that gives you your extra action slot there. That gives you +2 on your hand limit. So you'll hold 7 cards rather than just 5, and as soon as you achieve that, you will get the extra 2 cards. And then at the end of every round, when you restock your hand, you'll get an extra 2 cards.
All right.
And this one here, what this does is when you play a card face down in a slot, you don't just select one of the actions at the top, you get them both.
Ah.
And that this particular slot here is amongst the most powerful because it allows you to do a trade and then do a build. So you can, if you time it right and you have enough money, you can often buy the resources you need to do the build and then do the build.
Gotcha.
Right. So some of the slots here have a cost associated with them.
Right.
Yep. And they will give you an extra action as well. So, for example, building that tower will cost you 2, but you can buy a card.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That will cost you 3, and you get to summon an ally without spending grain.
Right.
That will get you 4, and you can move 2 of your specialists or 1 specialist twice. And yeah, that's right. Yeah. That allows you to do an edict. That symbol is always do an edict. That green V on the edict tile.
Mm-hmm.
And this one allows you to promote a specialist, but when you promote them, you don't need to pay the bonus price in grain. You know what I mean?
Right.
Building walls clears off space for your resources. So you see underneath there,
Yeah.
there's a space for extra resources. And building towers clears off space for your allies. So at the moment, I can only recruit 1 ally until I build another tower.
Right.
Yep. When I place an ally in either of these 2 spots, I get to do an edict.
Right.
And what allies do is at the end of every round, you'll score 1 point per ally. Yep. Plus, there will be a bonus of 2 VPs for fulfilling the condition written on the ally. So that's for having more walls than Frederick does in my castle compared to his. That's when Frederick has 3 or more grain. That's when I have more keeps than him. That's when Frederick has 3 or more allies. And that's when I have more stone than him. And you notice that there are 2 different colors of allies. There are friendly allies who want Frederick to do well, and there are rivals, which are called blue, who don't really want him to do well and want other people to do better, you know.
Yeah, it
Does
looks
that make
like,
sense?
yeah, I can pretty much tell. It seems like everyone in the blue looks like they shit their pants at some point during their during their day. All right.
So where are we on? Right, so that's the construction, I think, dealt with. So recruiting allies, you just pay the cost in grain, and you recruit the ally at the spot where you are.
Right.
With your ship. Buying action cards we've already done. Is that it? Might be it, I think. The game ends when either somebody builds their castle completely, which is one of these things, you know, you think, God, this is going to take forever, and then suddenly somebody's built it. Or when we go through all the edict tiles, there's 9 more edicts there left to play through, or we run out of action cards,
Gotcha.
which is there's 11 more to come out. And the action cards will get about, or rather, there's 2 sets of action cards. There's this initial one that we've got here
Hmm.
on the ports, but the later ones are more likely to give you VPs for doing stuff,
Right.
or more money, or they're generally uh, more useful to you. So,
Alrighty.
let me just have a look around the board. I can't have explained it that quickly without making any mistakes, surely.
I think I
So I'm
pretty
just
much got the gist of it. I think it's just the
Yeah,
flow of the turns really is all I need to know. Or
yeah. So your turn is move, then play a card face up if you want the card effect, or face down if you
right,
want the action on the icons at the top.
right, and then we just
But
play. We all just keep doing that until we play all our cards, and that's the end of a round.
yep, then we refill our cards. So there's another ally under this guy, and if he gets recruited by somebody, we'll flip over the other ally. But when that other ally is gone, that's the end of the allies in that spot.
Okay,
We'll refill any of the action cards from the center here,
right,
um, and we'll get our VPs from our allies,
right,
and we'll get any income from our board here if we built walls.
right. And I see we still got 5 cards left in our deck, so it's a 10 card
Yeah,
hand to
that's right. Yeah,
start, or 10 cards to start. All right, yeah,
yeah.
okay,
Um, and it's quite good when you play, because if you look at the other game, these are probably all completely different here
yeah,
as
yeah.
well, because
I
these are tiles, that you deal out.
Yeah, variable, yeah, variability, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Um, but I'm terrible at this game, actually. I've,
I
I,
mean, I play
but
crunchy games like this all the time, so I'm not saying I'm good, but it's yeah. Now that I know what I'm looking at, I'm just yeah, excited, very excited.
yeah, well, we'll be able to leave a link to this uh, on Twitch,
Right,
for
right,
people
right.
to watch if you want.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'll definitely let the others know if they haven't read a tutorial or saw anything uh, that they could
yeah,
just
yeah.
catch the end of
Oh,
the stream and they'll find out. But yeah, yeah, we
oh
definitely
yeah,
don't.
here that says there about the ally. Oh, the end game score as well. You get 1 point for every component in your castle.
Okay.
The player with the biggest castle gets 4 points. Second biggest gets 2, and you get.
What
Oh,
determines biggest castle? Is it just how many parts you have built?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And you sell all your resources for 2 money each, and then you get 1 point for every 6 money you have.
All right.
And I think that's it, really.
6 money, it's a random number.
Yeah, but that's what they say, and it seems to work reasonably well.
All right. Oh, like I
So yeah,
said,
I mean,
very excited.
yeah, yeah, it's uh yeah, it is a good game, but I think it's one where I just haven't worked out how to detect when somebody's about to run away with it. And when people run away with it, they run away with it.
Right,
And
right.
I'm
Well, I'm assuming it's when they can start comboing action after action after action and doing like 5, 6 things on their turn at once. I
Yeah,
would
and
assume that's that point.
it's one of those things, but also I think doing edicts is very important, because they can choose who's going to score, if you know what I mean.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And if they have a bunch of allies that are going to score every time, and they make sure nobody else does, yeah, it's not good. They can be scoring 10, 12 points, and you're scoring 3 or 4.
Gotcha.
And they just start to pull away. And if they keep that going, if they keep, if they still have a successful engine to generate growth within their little world, then well, I'm sure there are ways you can bring them down. I just haven't worked it out. That's the main thing.
I'm
But
actually,
yeah,
it's very weird, the design. Like, so it's like we're all playing against each other, but we're also playing against the game. The game itself actually, in a sense, we're competing. They do it a little differently, but we're trying to do the same thing they're doing.
yeah,
It's
and
it's it's cute.
I think with the 4-player as well, you get all the allies in play, so there's 2 of each one.
Ah, okay.
So choosing the same allies as somebody else can be useful.
Gotcha.
And the other thing is as well to remember that you can go through. Well, I don't know. Oh, no, I think actually you take some of these out in the 2-player game. In the 4-player game as well, all the edicts will be in here. So what's definitely happened to me before is that I've been seeming to be running away with the game very early on. But then I used up all the edicts that would help me. And another guy used like the last couple of those edicts to, in fact, rather than adding to the castle where I wanted it added to, he used it to just completely wreck it as far as my scoring went. And then there was just very little we could do about it.
Right.
And what would I say? Oh yeah, with the allies as well. I don't know if this is the case because think I'm in a game now which is different. But these the blue allies seem easier to fulfill than the orange ones. But I don't know if that's true. I don't know if there's ways of making sure the orange ones always pay out. Just because it's easier, well, especially late game when you've got an almost full castle.
Well, the thing
Unless,
is, all the blue ones are based on what Frederick's doing, where all the orange ones is just more based on what you're doing.
No, blue ones are more what you're doing, and the orange ones are what Frederick's doing. So if you late game, if you built most of your
okay.
castle,
Okay. I said it reversed. Yeah, okay.
yeah, the chances are you're gonna have more than Frederick, unless he's for some reason right at the top. I certainly have seen games where his castle is almost complete, but yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yay,
But
I'm learned.
sorry, go on.
No, you're good. I'm just saying I'm learned gamed. All right.
All right, okay, good. And there's certainly lots of little helpy bits here if you hover over stuff.
Right. I mean, that's the good thing. You could definitely end phase scoring. Yep. All right. Yeah, looking forward to playing our actual game and
Yeah, good.
yep, good stuff. Yeah, we don't have to play this one. We could cancel out of it.
All right, okay, yeah.
Yep.
Just do that.
Yep.
Cancel the.
Oh, I did the wrong thing. There we go.
Oh.
Yep.
Where? All right, here we go. That one.
There we go.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you for teaching on the channel. Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It's not got that higher rules overhead, I don't think.
I mean, it's no worse than say a Great Western Trail.
Yeah. And it's I think that's what I like it. It's quite under the underlying core game. There's not many edge cases. It just is fairly simple and straightforward. and it's the cards and things that make it different.
Right.
Right, I'll leave it there then. I'm going to get back to doing my housework, I suppose.
All right. Yeah. You get those chores done, sir.
Oh man, you would see if you saw the state of my flat, you'd realize it's it's going to be a long weekend.
I gotcha. All right, man. Take care, and we'll talk again.
Right, see you later.
Yep.
I'll pop back into Twitch now. Right, cheers, bye.
Cheers. All right. Well, that was awesome. Got a teach in for a game that Indie Bob wanted me to play with them, and I got others in the community that are going to play with us. Of course, we're playing it off stream. We're not playing it on stream. But once we get the game, once we understand what we're doing, we'll play this on stream at some point if we can get people. I don't think I can get Vince to play this on my I think Vince would like. I think after like 2 rounds, Vince would be like, "Oh, I'm so tired. Can we move on this game?" So probably won't play with Vince, but we'll play with others. All right. So let me get off the headset real quick, guys. Gotcha. So, yeah, like I said, I'll definitely take my turn here probably soon after stream. All right. All right, that said, Rolo, you still drinking coffee? Mordecai. And yes, Mordecai was invited to the game. Yeah, I invited Mordecai and I invited Triple L Supreme. Because yeah, me and Trips play a lot of games like that. So or did I invite Cosmic? Maybe it was Cosmic. Yeah, who I invited. Yeah, Mordecai. Oh, I invited Cosmic, not Trips. Yeah, Cosmic will play anything. I forgot about that. I thought about inviting Trips to the game, but the Trips goes through so he has like, oh my god, I have to show you my buddy here. I know a lot of people will have a lot of like turn-based games going, right? So look at this. He's got 48 turn-based games going. Like I'm sure some people have an extreme amount or a lot more, but like I couldn't do this. I could not, like, this is why I didn't invite him. Because I was like, okay, last thing I wanted to put on his burden was another, like, crunchier, heavier Euro that he needs to learn. I would almost rather, now that I got a good tutorial, maybe I'll introduce him to the game. But, like, yeah, this was, yeah. I was like, you know what? Cosmic's a little more freelancing, and Mordecai will learn willingly, so. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like some people are just extreme. Like this is crazy. Like I couldn't do 48. Like I would never get anything done at work. Seriously. I spend most of my turn taking at work. Shit, I would never fucking do my job if I had this many games to take turns in. Oh man. Yeah, I have to limit myself to like 6 or 7. Like we got what? We got even more than that right now, but 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9. So yeah, some of these games I barely get a turn once a week, so that's kind of why I took on a few more. We're trying. But yeah, did you want to play some real quick, Rolo, or so I'm willing to play like one more game, one more quick game. Call it a stream. I think Vince was real pouty with the Lost Cities didn't go his way. Didn't care. Didn't care. Oh man. So yeah, we could play something quick. Quick game of Captain Flip. I don't know why. This is like a go-to quick game for me. And if you need to teach real quick, I can. It's easy to learn. All right. Yep. Whenever you accept the invite, we can just do a review real quick. Open. Yeah. That's the thing about Board Game Arena. You gotta refresh it quite often. All right. Okay, so we have a unique map here. But yeah, for those of you playing or those of you watching, yep. So draw a tile. You're gonna choose either to play the tile face up as you see it, or you're gonna flip it, and that's what you have to play. Um, the basically the tiles do various effects. Some do immediate effects, some do end game effects. Gunners, it's very important to know about the gunners because if you have 3 gunners on your board, you lose the game immediately. You don't want to have 3 gunners on your board. The game ends when someone fills up 4 columns. So the first to 4 columns. And most coins wins. If you get a treasure map, you basically gain the treasure map and you get coins based on what the map says. If you fill a column, you get the reward at the top, and it pretty much hovers and tells you. So on this map, you can free a prisoner. So these are prisoners apparently. So you get to basically get a tile to play once you get to the top of these 2. And then if you want to flip your prisoner, you can fill this up real quick. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. And all right, flip tile. Ah, shit, it's a gunner. All right, gunner, gonna get you. So yeah, the swabbies, you want to make sure when you play swabbies, you want to have You want to have different or swabbies in different columns. You don't want to have them all in one column or anything like that. You want to spread out the swabbies across all the columns. I will take a swabby. Put them here. Yeah, I enjoyed the game enough. I had to get the physical version of this. The cook. Oh, hell yeah. Good flip. Let's select the tile to unlock. Let's select you. And then I must place a tile. I cannot flip it. I have to place them. And then we'll flip him. Yeah, get it. And then we will flip. All right, sweet. That was a nice little interaction. I'll take it. Flip. That kind of sucks. Not what I wanted. That didn't work out. So you get 2 coins if you don't gain coins on a turn. Okay. All right. Flip. Okay. Yeah. We'll place him. Gunner. Man, this guy sucks for me still. Flip. Looking good. Get him. 4. Oh, I can get the map. All right, we'll take the map. Select tile. It's a gunner. I'll have the gunner go here. Gonna get you. All right. Gonna get you. Rolo taking back the map. What a jerk. All right. We'll go here. We'll get coins. Mm. Feel like I need... That's not what I wanted, but I guess we're putting it down. Wish I would have taken the gunner. Oh, very nice. Yeah, I had 4 swabbies. 4. Oh, so good. Yeah. Yep, fun little quick game of Captain Flip to call it a night. But yeah, thanks for partaking, Rolo. We're gonna call it here and go ahead and raid on out. Thanks for everybody hanging out. What time is it here? It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, Gloomhaven bound for tomorrow. Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I stream overnight all night, most nights of the week, so yeah, so I'll be going to bed soon actually. And then I got some more board gaming to do later, guys. I'm gonna try to get my group to play Cosmic Encounter. So looking forward to some Cosmic Encounter with the in-person group later, and yeah, Gloomhaven after that later on. Actually, it's console. I usually it's more console than computer actually. Yeah, it's usually how I roll. Mostly board gaming on the weekends. Very rarely I do like just pure video games on the weekends. It's usually board games. So yeah, I wish I could do that with my actual schedule. Couldn't do that, or I mean, like in person, I wish I could do that. Unfortunately, I work evening shift or afternoon/evening shift, so kind of hard to meet with people during the week. So I have to meet with people on the weekends, which makes me a prime candidate for like a convention like goer. You said that earlier. Go do your real life stuff. Making it seem like I'm holding them hostage. Yeah, board games. You will not escape the maze of board games. Yeah, yeah. I get it. I get it. It's always a distraction. But either way, hope we'll talk later, Rolo and Indy Bob. I will catch you around. And let's raid on out of here. Who we raiding? Let's go. Draknor Magnati is playing Tales of Grace Seth, or I think yeah, they're not playing, they're sleeping. They leave their game on overnight. I don't know why they do that. Let's not go there. Let's actually go to where someone's actually at. Legion Cage is playing Mega Man 8. Let's check out what he's doing. All right. Yep. I'll be catching you later as well, Zanok. Right. All right. Let's check out some Mega Man 8. And yeah, play more board games. There's never enough to, you know, you gotta get them played. There's oh so many in so little time. But play them all. That's all the advice I can offer. So. All right, I will see you guys later.